As soon as I turn my back, you know, it's oh, Zach thinks it's this, Zach thinks it's that, Zach's doing this, Zach's doing that, it's the Zach show, da da da. And then as soon as I speak to her, oh, how you doing, darling? Do you want a brew? Do you want a coffee? And to me, that's just fake. Are you doing that just to have your own back? Are you doing that because you feel sorry for what you've done? What are you doing that for? And she nominated me for eating someone's cheese. Like, what a reason to nominate someone. Hi guys, I'm Zach from Big Brother, and I am playing Side-Eye with Cosmo UK. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, because it's going to be fun. When I first entered the Big Brother house, you know, it was very nerve-wracking. Believe it or not, like during the intro, I actually had a bit of a stage fright. Being with the job I do, you know, I do a bit of modelling, so I'm used to the cameras and stuff like that, but I've actually never had an audience or a crowd. I had so many things I wanted to talk about before entering the Big Brother house, but as soon as I got on that stage, I just wanted to run off because I was so scared of the crowd. And then I just ran into the house and I ran back. I was like, oh yeah, just one more thing. I love you, mum. And then I ran back in the house. But nah, it's an unreal feeling, you know, growing up, watching as a kid, and actually being in the house there yourself. It's like, oh wow, this is so real. It was an amazing experience, and you know, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. So the reason I wanted to go on Big Brother is because, you know, it's one of those shows. I feel like you can be yourself. It's not scripted. You literally get thrown into the house. You can do what you want. You can talk about whatever you want, and there's no rules to it. And that's what I want, because I wanted to do something like this, and you know, just to be able to showcase my personality, to show the world who I am and where I come from, and tell the world my story. So I felt like Big Brother was the right platform, and that's the reason why I continue with the process. And yeah, it was great that I got on. The thing that I missed the most being that house, believe it or not, was music. So like, you know, when you have a little sing along, you think of like music you like to listen to and have a sing. As soon as you like start singing, you get told off, which was annoying, because I love a good sing along. I got told off so many times that, Zach, can you please stop singing Ed Sheeran? But yeah, that's what I missed the most. And also my mum as well. You know, my mum, she's one of those women, she rings me every single day. Believe it or not, the conversation only lasts for about 10 to 15 seconds. It's literally, hi son, how's your day? I'm like, oh great mum. Okay, mum, like, okay, good to hear from you, bye, love you, bye. And that's it. And you know, not having those calls, being in there, was really tough for me. I just wanted to hear her voice. Luckily, they gave us a picture of our best memory. Mine was me and my mum. And yeah, it's a really nice thing that she kept me going every single day by just looking at the picture. Me and Kerry, the reason that, you know, we had a lot of disagreements is because the more I got to know Kerry, the more I kind of discovered what she was trying to do. But no, a lot of people didn't call her out, and a lot of people were scared to call her out. But I'm just one of those people. I don't really like conflict. I don't really like people talking about people behind people's backs. So, you know, I confronted her. So I was just like, listen, you need to go speak to Matty, and Matty, you need to speak to Kerry, what's been said. And you know, she was, when Matty approached her, she literally took out her proportion. If you guys see in the clip, she was just like, Zach, what have you done? You know, why have you done this? Why have you done that? Can't believe you told Matty about it. And I went over to Matty to apologise of, like, you know, if he's had to discuss anything he didn't want to discuss about to Kerry. And he was just like, what are you on about? You don't have to say sorry to me at all. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm glad you told me. Thank you so much. And then he was just like, she was just trying to guilt trip, yeah, just to feel bad for what she's done. And yeah, that's the reason why me and Kerry had called out conflict, because I called her out for what she did. And she left me confused during that show, quite a bit to be fair. There's one moment where she was like, you know, you've done this now, Zach, everybody's going to think you're a game player. The whole audience is going to watch you and think you're a game player. What you've done now is terrible. You know, gossiping about me to other people. I said I wasn't gossiping, I was just confronting you. And then literally like calling me fake, calling me like not genuine. And like an hour later, we got into bed. She looked over, she went, Zach, I just want to tell you something. I really, really love you. And that just left me confused all night. I was like, you can't call someone fake and not genuine and tell them you love them an hour later. Are you doing that just to have your own back? Are you doing that because you feel sorry for what you've done? What are you doing that for? Between me and Noky, like, she's just one of those girls, you know, I could relate to. We've come from similar backgrounds, we've had similar upbringings. And, you know, anything what was happening in the house, she would always be the first one to comfort me and tell me, like, listen, I understand what type of person you are. Like, don't worry about what's being said. I know you're genuine. I truly believe that you are a genuinely good person. And deep down in my heart, I feel like it's sad to see that other people don't believe that. You know, brothers and sisters sort of thing. And, you know, she's like my sibling. I played with her quite a lot. I'm just one of those guys. I like to have a laugh with everyone. But because I feel like she's, you know, top Miss Universe or whatever, and I do a bit of modelling, people just picture those two look good together, and everyone just painted a picture that wasn't real. You know, there was a lot of times where I'd say to her, like, I can't wait for you to meet my girlfriend. I can't wait to, you know, used to come out to meet all my friends and family, especially my missus, and you know, she was like, oh, thank you, you're like a brother to me, and they didn't show none of that. They cut all those parts out, so I feel like they was just trying to paint a picture for something for the viewers to see. But yeah, me and Noky, we just, like I said, I'm rooting for her. I hope she gets far. I hope she makes it to the final. She's my rock, and it wasn't as it seemed. I'd probably say Kerry, and also like I said, she's a lovely girl and that, but I feel like Chanel as well. When you're in that house, she's always at her back. You know, she's never really in anyone's business. She's always quiet. She's always whispering in someone's ear. As soon as you go over, because I watched a couple of episodes back, and you know, she was talking about me quite a lot. But me and her, every single night, we always shared pillow talk. We'd always, you know, speak to each other, talk to each other about each other's lives, and I just thought she was genuine. And as soon as I turned my back, you know, it's like, oh, Zach thinks it's this, Zach thinks it's that, Zach's doing this, Zach's doing that. It's the Zach show, da da da. And then as soon as I speak to her, oh, how you doing, darling? Do you want a brew? Do you want a coffee? And to me, that's just fake, and I don't like fake people. The most genuine person in there, I'm gonna be straight up with, I think it's Trish and Noky, but like Trish mainly because she's just one of those girls. She tells it how it is. If something's, you know, someone's done something to annoy her, or someone said something or done something, she just confront you and she tells you how it is. When I was in there, I felt like I was getting grilled by my girlfriend, my mother, my sister. Like, she's just one of those girls. She don't take rubbish from no one, and she's really, really genuine, and I feel like she don't care like what you say, what you do. She tells you how it is. So when I got out, there was a lot of videos. One of them was on like 25 million views. One of them it's got like 10 million views on Instagram, over 25 million views on TikTok. But that night, like with me, by watching me, and you probably see me on a lot of other things, I smiled quite a lot, I laughed quite a lot. But that night, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was quite gutted. I was quite upset that I got evicted from the house. So it was really hard to, you know, keep a smile on a sturdy face when you're quite upset. But as soon as the camera comes on, you've always got to be camera ready. So. Do you know what I mean? What surprised me, like, you're actually in the warehouse. They've done it so well where most days I genuinely thought I was in the house until like a camera would move to me and I'll look around and oh, I'll touch some furniture. I was like, oh, that's not actually brick. It's literally just a paper mache wall or whatever, what's made to look like a brick. And also in the mornings as well, I thought it would have been a lot easier to ease you in through the day. But when you sleep, the lights just come on. Poof! About 5,000 lights just hit your face just to wake you up. And I also thought I'd see a lot more production or the people around the house, but we didn't see no one at all. The most annoying housemate to live with was probably Olivia, but believe it or not, yeah, she was like my guilty pleasure. She's one of those people I didn't really want to listen to because I felt like certain times her voice was so piercing in your ear, but at the same time she had so many interesting things she wanted to talk about, a lot of interesting things she wanted to say, and out of everyone in there, she made me laugh so much. But I found her annoying, but at the same time I couldn't stop watching her, listening to her, because she was so interesting. And you know what, like the more I got to know her, the more I got to like her. But I don't think she would be one of those girls I wanted to be around if I had a banging headache. But apart from that, like, nah, she's a great girl. The biggest lesson I learned in that house was, you know, not everyone has good intentions for you. I'm one of those guys, I'm a bit gullible sometimes. I like to believe that everyone's a good person and no one talks behind your back, but that's just not true. So I feel like sometimes you just need to be aware of your surroundings and who you vent into and what you're doing around people, because people will judge you for anything, no matter what. Just goes to show when you're too nice, sometimes you can finish last. Probably Kerry, Chanel, or Hallie. And the reason being is I feel like Kerry's playing a game in there. I feel like Hallie, you know, like I had her back to the very end, and you know, I always stuck up for her no matter what, and then she was still speaking behind her back, and you know, I used to sleep next to her, and we used to share lovely stories, and you know, we were so tight together. And as soon as I turned my back, Zach's sneaky, Zach's this, and she nominated me for eating someone's cheese. Like, what a reason to nominate someone. I've not mentioned her too much in this, but I feel like Yingran, because I feel like she's so innocent and so lovely. She's just a sweet girl. And I say Dylan because he was my boy in there, he had my back. When I had beef, he had beef with them. Anyone had beef with me, they had beef with Dylan. And you know, he's a great guy. And also Noky as well. I feel like Noky, she's truly genuine, and I feel like she's one of those girls that, you know, will always have someone's back and always has good interest in people. And you know, she never really talked about anyone bad. So I'm rooting for them three. I'm working on a project in Thailand at the moment. I'm trying to build a park for my village where I grew up. I'm saving up for that at the moment. I'm getting there. Hopefully we get to do it sometime next year. But yeah, I'm just trying to build a community in my village where I grew up, because at the moment, you know, it's just, there's no money, there's a drought and there's no food. You know, it's sad to see. But yeah, I want to give back to where I grew up, to the people where I grew up, and I want everyone there who grew up in that village to have a good life and to be able to live there and not move out of there. Because when I grew up in Thailand, there was over like 4,000 people in my school, and when I went back there last year, there was only 80 people left, because they said all the families and all the kids are moving out of the village because there's no money, there's no jobs, there's no opportunities, there's nowhere for the kids to play. You know, I feel like I've got one of those personalities I just want to share with the world and show the world. And you know, where you come from, you can do whatever. And I've got goals to go to New York, I've got goals to go to Thailand. So I would really want to do Fashion Week in Thailand, and I really want to do some jobs in New York because it's been my dream to work in New York. So yeah, I'm definitely going to continue my modelling and hopefully do a bit more TV as well, because I've really enjoyed doing it and I'm having a good time doing it. So I don't really want it to end just yet. Bye, thanks for watching.